Hello and welcome. Today we're working in managerial accounting in the variable costing chapter. We're going to work on an absorption costing income statement. Now our previous video was a variable costing income statement, so there's a difference, and this is absorption, or what we really call the traditional income statement. Hey, if you're new, my name is Jeff from Finally Learn, and I teach a lot of accounting, a lot of finance, so please like, comment, subscribe, and let's get started on this problem. So let's say we have the same information as the previous problem. So check out that video for the previous variable costing income statement. So what we have is we have units produced of 5,000, units sold of 4,200. We have a selling price of 100, and we have our variable cost, our variable product cost, our materials, labor, and overhead. So this is variable overhead, so 11, 9, and 6, and our variable general and administrative expenses, which is our operating cost, is $4. And then we have fixed overhead and fixed general and administrative, G&A costs. So we want to calculate an income statement using absorption costing, and we're going to calculate the cost of ending inventory using absorption costing. Now, before we do the income statement, this is a really helpful step. What can we agree on what our product costs are? You know, what are our product costs? Well, our product costs are made up of variable cost, and you could do this individually. You could say direct materials, and then you could have direct labor, and then variable overhead. But here, I'm just adding all these three up. We certainly could do these individual. In fact, let me do that. Let me add that so that way it's just super clear to you. So this is our direct materials. This is our direct labor, and this is our variable MOH. All right, so then we have the fixed cost here, and this is our fixed MOH. All right, so let's make sure that we're really clear on this. So what is our direct material cost? It's 11. What's our direct labor cost? Well, it is 9, and our variable overhead, or variable MOH, is 6, so we know those. Now, the problem with fixed overhead, it's given a total. So what we need to do is take the total, 82,000, divided by our 5,000 units that we produce. So 82,000 divided by 5,000, we've got $16.40. So the total product cost under absorption is $42.40. Now, remember our previous video, go back and watch that if you haven't seen it. Our previous video, we only did variable cost, so it's only the cost of these three, which is $26. If we have fixed MOH, then it becomes $42.40. So let's calculate the income statement using absorption costing. Now, absorption costing is the traditional costing. All right, so what's our sales? Our sales are going to be the units that we produce, that we sold rather, 4,200 times $100 selling price. So that's 420,000 is our sales. Now we sold 4,200, and each one, we just calculated, each one of those items cost us $42.40. So our cost of goods sold is $178,000. So sales minus cost of goods sold gives us gross profit. So 420 minus 178.80 gives us 241,920. All right. Now, what is our G&A cost, our operating cost? Well, it's going to be made up of a fixed component and a variable component. The variable component is 4,200 units times $4 each. So that's our variable component of G&A. And there's a fixed component of G&A, which is $67,000. So our general and administrative expenses are going to be $83,000. So we take $241,920 minus $83,800, and we're going to have net income of $158,120. Now, it's a little higher than what the previous net income was if we do it under variable costing, and we'll explain that in just a minute. What is our ending inventory using absorption costing? Well, how many units are we talking about? Well, we had 5,000, but we sold 4,200, so we're left with 800 units. Each unit is going to cost us $42.40. So we're going to take the 800 times $42.40, and we're left with ending inventory under absorption costing of $33,920. Now, let's do a little bit of investigation on this. Is this 158 and the 33,920, is that the same as before? Well, no. What happens is, let's do the net income under absorption minus the net income of our previous problem, which is 145,000. That's the variable costing. On the previous video, the difference is 13,120. So if we produce more units than we sell, then our absorption costing is higher than our variable costing. So here's what happens. If we take the 800 units times the 1640, the fixed overhead, that's going to explain our cost. And our ending inventory is $13,000 higher than our variable costing inventory. So this is $33,920, and the ending under just variable is $20,800. So if we have units produced is greater than units sold, then our absorption costing, like we're just showing, would be a larger income than variable costing. So go back and look at that previous video. It's two ways to handle the same kind of problem. The big difference is how we handle the fixed overhead. Under variable costing, we have the product cost is made up of variable direct materials, variable direct labor, and variable overhead, but it does not include fixed overhead. All right, hope this is helpful. See you on the next video.